T. Galinyan Ganya. Nena kakayao yambena waka. Nena ka yambena yakarumja. Jumanya gumika. Dumiga itha waka nito wamandaman imalan. Umabengara bama ininyan waka. Gaunan yakarumja. Wutunada na. Nya Nartarsha Napanangka Bamblett. Yora yora kanai wokri buwajri winya. I would like to acknowledge the lands of where we gather today. We gather upon the Wurundjeri people's land as the traditional custodians, a part of the Kulin nations, extending that to acknowledge to the Tanarong, Bunurong, Bunurong, Wurrung and Dja people, acknowledging any Indigenous person in this space today that comes with the culture, the ancestral wisdom, the DNA, the history, the songlines and the stories, being a part of the most oldest continuing living culture here on this planet. I come from descendants of the stolen generation. Me being a part of this journey and this life as a mother of one that lives in this earth and one yet to enter. I stand here with pride, honour and privilege, speaking to how my journey walking this earth and the lessons I've learnt from country being my greatest teacher. I share with you as a descendant of the stolen generation the impacts of colonisation that took place in our nation over 230 years ago. My grandmother, she was born on this very country, on the earth itself, underneath a birthing tree, on the soils of the sands, the dirt, the red earth. I want to take you to a place stripped back from these walls, from these chairs, connected to the earth and the grounds. And I want to invite you to go on your own journey of connecting deeper to country. If I can invite everybody to stand with me, we're going to move our bodies. Please. This is an invitation that you may realize today is the start of the journey of inviting you to how deeper to connect to yourself, the ancient culture of this country, and the country itself. How when we connect to it, we allow healing to take place. Because for us, as Indigenous people, I believe the biggest part of our disconnection and the generational traumas has come from the disconnection and dispossession to their lands, their countries, their cultures, the songlines, the stories. Not only from the people that have gathered the trauma that has been unhealed, then passed on to another. It is up to us to walk forward with that healing. If I can ask you to put your hands together as we feel and create the energy of the room. This is going to be a bit different. Connecting to the sounds, not only here, but what they bring to you around on the earth. Arms up. Take a deep breath in. And as you sit, I want you to sit with a new perspective, of life, outlook, as I talk you through the journeys of what each element does for us. One being you as the creator. I want you to connect and acknowledge how the sun rises as our light, the moon as it gives us the light in the darkness of our journeys and times, the waters that come as cleansing, that flow through the rivers, that come in the cycles of the generations before us in the rains, the winds that carry the ancient whispers of our ancestors before us, the stars that hold the stories of the ancient people, the history, our maps of where we've come from, where we are and where we get to go. The lightning as the energy that connects from the skies to the earth. Us as humans belonging and connecting to all the elements here with the animals and the tree of life that bears the fruit for those that find shelter and home. The roots deeply connected, those that we cannot see but know that are there holding and supporting us. This is where my grandmother found herself, being birthed, living 2 years in that space, connected to her family, her culture, her country, until she was removed, taken away from her family for a lifetime. She was the first in my bloodlines that was a part of the stolen generation. And as I stand here today, hands on my womb, understanding that the depth of pain we hold as human beings, being passed down through the lineages, the trauma, the displacement, the disconnection, the separation from mother as being and mother as country. She who holds us, who is the creator of all life. I journeyed with this, not understanding my place here in this earth, walking and navigating between the two worlds. The history of my lineages, of knowing who I am, where I come from, but living in a place that I feel I didn't fit. Not physically, spiritually, or even in the materialistic world. Not understanding why I was here, grappling with my worth and my purpose. It led me to holding a deep grief within my own womb. Yearning, being held by mother, not just my own, but the mother creator of all of us. Trying to find the reason of why I'm here. It led me to finding myself on country earlier this year. With my feet, my soul's bare on the mother, creator, the country. I stomped, I sung, I danced, I moved my body. I let her see me. I let the country hold me for the first time. Feeling the intergenerational traumas that I held that day, but also those that I personally experienced. Being a mum, There's things that our children will journey and experience that are beyond our control. I'd felt the impacts of trauma being passed on to one another. As a woman, a daughter, a sister, a mother. The time came. She called me. She pulled me. She pulled me to the earth. I sat. I cleansed. I opened up the waterfalls and the rivers that flowed through my body in that moment. She called me home. She told me it's okay. I was seen and heard for the first time as I wailed. A wailing of the grieving woman that lies at the end of the casket of those that have passed before her. My grandmother wailed. In my wailing, I heard the echoes of all the women, of the voices that have been suppressed, silenced. Those that have stood in the journeys that have walked before me. I sung for them. I sung for those that are coming, and within my voice, I gave elevation and echo to those who will come after me. I cleared something in my womb that day, only to return home and to conceive a spirit. I did the work. I showed up physically and mentally, allowing country to hold me, to teach me the lessons that no human could give me. It showed up for me. It gave me presence. It gave me stillness. It gave me space. Space for a soul to enter. This is what healing looks like and feels like, connecting to the country. Galinya winya, Galinya winya, Waka Gambina, Waka Gambina, Galinya winya, Waka Gambina, Galinya winya, Waka Gambina. We find ourselves in healing and presence in the never-ending lessons of what the country holds as our teacher. Knowing when you are with the country itself, you are never alone. To leave you with, how do you show up? How do you do better? How do you be a part of this movement? How do you get more of this in your life? To me, the answer lies within the question. What can you do? Are you doing that? How are you showing up? What are your voices when you speak, elevating for those around you? What spaces are you in that you can open the door for someone else to enter? We all have a position that privilege in some way, shape, or form has put us there. How can you show up, continuing to learn from country as our teacher? Thank you.